Hey friends, welcome back and thanks for joining me for episode 8 of the TheAjayiEffect podcast, where you are reminded that you're never alone on the winding road of life. You can show up as yourself for the whole journey. That journey is honored, your struggles are acknowledged, and your victories are celebrated here. Oh, and if it's happening in the world, we will discuss it. Here, you are capable of big things. We'll get right into the conversation in a few minutes. But first, a toast to our sponsor, me, Ajayi. Dupe's professional journey embodies the transformative power of marketing for positive change. Driven by a steadfast commitment to equity, and with roles at organizations like Airbnb, ABC News, and Rent the Runway, Dupe's honed her skills as a storyteller and a marketer. Each experience has contributed to her expertise in crafting narratives that inspire change. If equity isn't at the core, she won't be. Follow Dupe here at the TheAjayiEffect podcast and at the TheAjayiEffect on all platforms. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. So today, y'all, we are going to dive into a topic that resonates with so many of us. Y'all know that I focus a lot on relationships, loneliness, and everything in between. And the topic that I'm speaking of today is that of being excluded. Whether it's a social event, a work project, a casual hangout, a group chat, that shit stings. And the fact is, it's something we have all experienced at some point of our lives. But why does it hurt so much? Well, let's explore. So imagine this, you are invited to a dinner with a group of your friends and you enjoy the evening, you share some laughs, and before parting ways, everybody talks about meeting up again soon. You leave feeling good, you're a little bit buzzed, belly is full, and you're anticipating the next gathering, right? But then you see a photo on Instagram, and that same group is having dinner, and you are not in the picture. Y'all, that sinking feeling in your chest isn't just in your head. There's a reason why it feels so intense, and that feeling, those feelings are justified. So why does being excluded hurt so deeply? Well, one reason is that exclusion can be used as a tactic to protect one's place in a social group. So if someone feels threatened by your presence, perhaps because you share similar strengths or qualities, they may exclude you so that they maintain their position. Another reason is simple dislike. Now I know to even say simple dislike sounds it sounds crazy. Look, they just ain't rocking with you. They just don't like you. If you haven't yet, please refer to my podcast on Amanda Seals. Please go and listen to it. Not now, but after this. But anyway, y'all, not everybody gets along, and that's okay. And sometimes people exclude others because they just don't feel a connection with them. Now, while that's natural, it can still hurt. It can still be very painful for the person that's left out. I just want you to know that I understand that. It's still painful. It's important to note that repeated and intentional exclusion is actually a form of bullying. If you are in the process of building a relationship with an individual or said individuals within a group, they may not know that you are being excluded, or they may not even be aware of their behavior. However, if you make individuals within the group aware of the behavior and the behavior continues, then hello bullying, we're here. I want to be clear. Y'all, this type of behavior can leave emotional scars, no matter what age you are. It's also crucial to differentiate between bullying and the natural ending of friendships, right? So not all friendships last forever, we know that. And while it can be painful, it's not always malicious. Studies show that the same areas of the brain that light up when we feel physical pain are actually also activated when we experience social pain, including rejection, and exclusion. This overlap means that social exclusion isn't just an emotional hurt. It can actually feel like a physical wound. I ain't making this up. I'm not. Being excluded can lead to more than just feeling left out. It can make us question our self-worth, focus on our perceived shortcomings, and even lead to long-term issues such as depression, low self-esteem, and much, much more. If we're already struggling with mental health, exclusion, whether it happens, like I said, in person, on a group chat, whatever it is, that can amplify these feelings and it creates a vicious cycle. All right, so I know you're saying, Ajayi, what can we do to cope with these feelings? Well, here are a few tips. First things first, interrogate the situation. I'm a strong believer in offering individuals the space for clarification. So I'm a fan of clear communication. Sometimes our perception isn't exactly reality. Ask the friend or friends if exclusion was intentional. This will help bring clarity and it can possibly mend the situation. It also makes them aware of how to handle you with care, how to be more mindful of your feelings. Watch out for people who become defensive when you raise a question about a situation or mention how a situation made you feel. If the individual or individuals automatically go on the defense, I'm sorry, my love, that's a red flag. The second thing is, remember, it's not you. Exclusion often stems from the other person's insecurities. Focus on being kind to yourself and compassionate with yourself. And to be frank, if someone feels insecure about my very being and presence, I must be one bad motherfucker. The next thing is engaging in hobbies and activities that fill your cup, that make you happy, right? So dive into those things that bring you joy. This will actually help shift your focus to something that is positive, and overall, it will help improve your mental health. And then make new connections. Friends. If you're being excluded, seek out new friendships. Look for other folks, and you can do this by volunteering, attending local meetups, engaging online communities offline. In several cities globally, there are now groups where the intention of the group is to make friends. Seek those who don't just want to tolerate you, but want to celebrate you. As well, express gratitude for the friends and family who do appreciate you just as you are. And then last, stay true to yourself. Do not, again, I have to say it, do not change who you are, silence who you are, shift into a pretzel. Don't do any of that shit to fit in with a group. Being authentic will attract the right people to you, and that will produce a more satisfying friendship circle. Y'all, remember, you cannot control how others behave and them being insecure, honey. You just can't. But what you can control are your reactions and your actions. By being mindful and kind, we are creating a more inclusive environment, both online and in our daily lives. And if you've experienced exclusion, I want you to know that you're not alone. You can take the steps that I mentioned to heal yourself, big yourself up, find genuine connections, and live the life that you want to live. Y'all, thank you so much for spending time with me. If you found this to be helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your girlies or guys, not with them raggedy folks that's excluding you, or maybe you can't. And be sure to subscribe for more insights on mental wellness, inclusion, friendships, anti-loneliness. All of it is here. And follow The Ajayi Effect on all platforms. This episode was written, produced, and edited by oh-so-relatable. And And till next time, you're capable. You belong here. You're capable of big things.